English, Grade 4, Block 10, Visualizing Story Details, The Tale of Peter Rabbit by Teacher Shikha. Part 2, The Other Half of the Story. As we have discussed earlier in previous video also, student understand that sensory details can be used to visualize a story. The Tale of Peter Rabbit. Student can identify the elements of a fiction story and visualize the story using the sensory elements. Other half of the story. Peter found a door, but it was locked and there was no room for a fat little rabbit to squeeze underneath. An old mouse was running in and out over the stone doorstep, carrying peas and beans to her family in the woods. Peter asked her the way to the gate, but she had such a large pea in her mouth and she could not answer. She only shook her head at him. Peter began to cry. Oh, poor Peter, right? He went back to the tool shed when suddenly, quite close to him, he heard the noise of a hoe. Scratch, 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 scratch. Peter jumped underneath the bushes. But as nothing happened, he came out and climbed onto a wheelbarrow and peeped over. The first thing he saw was Mr. McGregor digging onions. His back was turned towards Peter, and beyond him was the gate. Very quietly, Peter got off the wheelbarrow and started running as fast as he could go along a straight walk behind some blackcurrant bushes. Mr. McGregor caught sight of him at the corner, but Peter did not care. He slipped underneath the gate and was safe at last in the woods outside the garden. Mr. McGregor hung up the little jacket on the shoes as a scarecrow. Can you see the picture of scarecrow? Blue jacket. To frighten the blackbirds, Peter never stopped running nor looked behind him until he got home to the big tree. He was so tired that he flopped down upon the nice soft sand on the floor of the rabbit hole and shut his eyes. His mother was busy cooking. She wondered what he had done with his clothes. It was the second little jacket and pair of shoes that Peter had lost in a week. Oh my God, that's not good. You have to be careful. I am sorry to say that Peter was not very well during the evening. His mother put him to bed and made some tea for him. Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail had bread, milk, and blackberries for supper. Happy to be safe at home with his mother, Peter promised himself that he would never be naughty and he would definitely never be returning to Mr. McGregor's garden ever again. Wow, this story has a good message and so many good scene to visualize, to think. The important words from glossary: dreadfully, overheard, scarecrow, shed, underneath, wheelbarrow. So, children, the naughty Peter Rabbit got the message. He understood that he should not behave like this. He should always be together with his Siblings. Lovely story. Children, please read the story at home and start visualizing it, what all is happening with Peter Rabbit. Have a great day ahead. Thank you, children. Bye bye. Take care.